Carl, just talking to guys like Mac Hollowell, Joey Dusak, and one of the things that they keep bringing up is the patience that you've shown playing the game this year. I wonder, at what point do you learn that in your game, and were you always that kind of a patient player?
I think that's kind of the player I want to be. I want to be confident out there, and I want to make the right place with the puck. And sometimes you got to rush it, and sometimes the play's not there, so you got to hold on to it. But I think a lot of it is just confidence. I think at the start of the season, I was kind of not where I wanted to be, but as the games have gone on, I felt like I'm getting more and more into it. But it all comes with you got to play games to kind of get into it too. In the last 2 years, I've played 30 games or so, being injured both years. So it's nice to finally kind of get in the rhythm of the game and kind of get back to where I want to be.
And as far as the growth is concerned, obviously you getting more comfortable with the amount of reps that are taken. How enjoyable is it to play with some of those young guys and the energy they bring to it?
Yeah, no, it's great. It's fun to see how many talented players we have here in this organization, and I'm doing the best I can to help here and there. But I think I can definitely learn a few things from them too. Especially the offensive game. We're talking about Mac and Dusak here. They're both very gifted offensively, and I'm trying to teach them as much as I can about the defensive game, and then trying to pick their brains in the offensive game as well. So,
you mentioned the injuries that you had over the last couple of years. It doesn't seem to have affected your speed, your handling, anything. Do you feel any residual effects, anything that's hanging around, or have you felt like you've shaken it off quite nicely?
I mean, to be honest, I feel I got a little ways to go. I'm not where I want to be, obviously, in terms of my playing, but like I said, I'm getting there. And to me, like I said, I think it's most about just playing games, getting the reps, like you said. You got to get back into game situations, because that's where you pick up those things. So,
in terms of you and coming here and now playing a bunch of games with the Marlies, what's been the one thing that stood out to you about this team?
I'm happy we've managed to win games where we might have not played our best, and we talked about last week and how maybe we deserved to win in Utica, but night before we might not have deserved to win. We still found a way. So I think that shows, even though we got a pretty young team, we still find ways to win, which is a good sign, because I feel like that's kind of one of those things you learn as you get older, making the right place at the right time. But I'd say that's probably the biggest thing.
And in terms of a player like Christian Rubens, you've been around a lot of defensemen. What stands out to you most about him?
I've been talking to him a lot. It seemed like he's made one hell of a journey. Coming over, he played in Sweden for a while, so we kind of get that connection. And coming over here, playing with the Growlers, and now he's here, and now he got called up last week. He's making one hell of a journey. So, he's kind of similar to me. He's a big body, uses it well. He's a good skater, plays a tough game. So.